Hello everyone, welcome to our sixth Excel tutorial. I'm your instructor Prince Armstrong. Welcome to Armstrong Computers channel. Today we'll be looking at how to create a new workbook. When Excel is first loaded, an empty workbook called Book 1 appears in the document window. To create a workbook, you enter information in the worksheet labeled from sheet 1 to sheet 16 and then save the workbook under a new file name such as my plan. A workbook simply is the basic Excel working area, one can say, but in a way, a workbook is the basic Excel document. When it creates a document, or when it inputs labels and values into the worksheet, now when the worksheet is being saved, it becomes a workbook. So simply put, a workbook is a saved file in Excel. Now let's look at how to create this simple new workbook. Now I have some couple of data entry in here. That is our sales projection. We have widget, grapples, gadgets, grapples, and total. But all the time when we load Excel, you could see that I always, after we finish entering our labels and values, I end up saying that we should enhance the appearance of the text by selecting a font known as Times New Roman, a font size also known as 13 or 14. But you can also set your Excel text or font as default and the font size also as default. But first, I'll take you through this, then we can come to creating a new workbook. So as I have gadgets, widgets, and so on and so forth, and maybe I want to change the interface of my Excel window, what I'll do is I'll just click on File, and then from the File menu I'll go to Option. So I'll go to Options. Now the Options dialog box will display on the screen. Now when I look through the Option dialog box, you see where we have themes, because we have font size and we have font, okay, font size, and then we have the style. Okay, so this very side, what I'll do is that I'll come to the font size and select a font size of 14. I will always want my font size, the default should be 14. Then I'll come to my font style. Okay, so you come to the style. So when you click on the font style, where we have fonts, you wait for a while. I just click it to take some couple of while, and then it will drop the styles for me. So then I'll select a font known as Times New Roman. Okay, that's what I want. Okay, so when I select a font known as Times New Roman, at the end of the day, what I'll do is that when I'm typing and I select Times New Roman, or anytime I open a new workbook or worksheet, the default will always be font Times New Roman, font size 14. So after doing this, I'll click on Save. Now as I've clicked on Save, what I need to do is I need to close the workbook or the Excel workbook and then open it again, the entire application. But because I've more or less entered some data and values, I'll just let it go. So I'll just close this and then click on No, do not save, and then to go off. Now let's load Excel again. So Excel, so that is it, and then I'll open, and you can see now when I type, you can see now, okay, it's in Times New Roman, and the font size is always 14. You can see there, okay, Times New Roman, font size 14. So basically that's what you can do to set your fonts, and then the font style and the font size as your default. Okay, you can also change the interface also as well. To change the interface, you can click on File, and then you click on where we have Options, then you come to where we have Themes. Okay, where we have Themes, then you select the theme that you want. So we have the default sheets theme is kind of like colorful, so I can select, let's say where we have dark gray. Okay, and then click on OK. You can see the whole thing is kind of like dark gray. So basically that is just that. Now entering worksheet, as I just said, we are going to create a new workbook in Excel by uh, looking at sales projection. And without wasting my time, I'd like you to move to cell A1 and type sales projection. So after that, move to cell A5. I'd like you to type widget. Widget. And then move to cell A6. So the A5, the widget, I want it to be capped. So widget, and then I want move to cell A6 and type gadget. Okay. Then after that, move to cell A7 and type grapples. Grapples. Max, Mr. What's that for? Don't worry. You understand it. So move to cell A9. So A9, I'd like you to type total. Total. Okay. So as you are done now, the next thing we're looking at, we're going to enter some couple of that is the following dates and time. Now here we'll be using some couple of features here called autofill feature. So now move to cell B3 95 94. Okay, press enter. Now here what I would like to do is that I would like to use an autofill feature here. I would like the dates to run through to cell June 3. Okay, that is from January to May. Okay, and I want to use a feature called autofill. Now what is an autofill, or what is an autofill feature? When I talk about autofill, an autofill is a feature in Microsoft Excel that enables you to automatically fill your cell by using the filter handle located at the active cell border. So when you see me selecting cell B3 here, you can see that we have the autofill feature here. You can see the tick border at the corner of the cell. So you send a mouse pointer to it, and the tick plus knob will display. Hold on to it and drag it to June 3, and you see the trend. The data will just move like a trend data: February, March, April, May, and then June. Do you see there? So after that, you release the mouse, and then you can also do that. It works for numbers as well. Let's assume I have here, let's say I have 1 here, and I press enter. I have 2 here also. Let's say I have 1, enter, and I have 2, enter. So I want to use a trend of data. I can highlight the cell, hold on to the autofill feature, drag it to come 3, 4, 5, 6 in that order. It works also for trend of data. It work as well. So not only dates only, numbers, trend data, and so on and so forth. So basically that is just that. Now let's enter some couple of numbers. I'd like you to move to cell B5 and type 100. So cell B5, and I type 100, and I move to cell B6, type 76. 75 will be fine. B7, type 40. So let me just do this fast forward so that this you get the whole concept. Okay, so now the next thing we'll be looking at is spell checking a worksheet. That's what we'll be looking at. Spell checking a worksheet. Now, when you talk about spell checking a worksheet, now people really think that you can only spell check um, a document only using Microsoft Word. But hey, you can also use Microsoft Excel to spell check your document as well. Let me give you a typical example here. Now, I want all of us to come to cell A2. Now, I would like you to type summary, but we are going to type it wrongly. I'd like you to type, instead of SUMM, spell it SA, okay? SAMMARY, okay? And press enter. Then after that, I'd like you to hold on to Control plus Home to select the first cell, okay? Control Home will take you to the first cell. So after that, look through the tab and click on the View tab. Sorry, the Review tab. When you click on the Review tab, look through the Review ribbon under the Profane Logical Group. Click on Spell Check. The Spell Check dialog box will display on the screen. It's giving an option to select from. You can also do that, or still make sure your cell is at cell A1 and press F7 from the keyboard. When you press F7, the spell check dialog box display giving you options for you to select from. So you can see I have my summary spelled correctly, SUMMARY. So mine is to just click on change all. So you can see Microsoft Excel is saying that spell checking complete. Okay, I'm good to go. So click on OK. Done. So that is how you can spell check a document. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Our next tutorial we'll be looking at how to perform calculation. See you in the next tutorial. Bye bye.